Hello there, and welcome to another live stream. This one, well, I don't exactly know how this one's gonna go, but I'm just gonna say, hello, I am back. And today I'm doing another coding stream. So actually, before I get into doing anything, and this very empty web page here does indeed have something to do with what we're doing. I'm gonna talk about something weird. Actually, not weird. Something interesting. So, the video that I uploaded last week, not the one that was uploaded today, you should definitely still watch that one. It's still great. But the one last week is now the second most viewed video on my channel after only a week. To put that into context, the most viewed video, mind you, this is video, not stream, because somehow I have a live stream that has almost 3,000 views. The most viewed video is the episode of Coolcraft Season 4 where I started building the piston bolt system. That has 444 views, I believe. It's gotten those views for being up for over a year and a half now. This video was just last week and it already has 200 views. I've gained 3 subscribers. I'm at 40 subs now because of this video. And it's like, wow, why did that video blow up? I did not think that video would at all do anything, and hopefully those people still watch my shit. But anyhow, hi, welcome to the stream. It has been a hot second since my last live stream because of spring break. It was spring break for the last week or so, and I was at home. I had my computer with me. I could have live streamed, I just chose not to. That is solely the reason why I didn't. And interestingly today, even if I wanted to stream Coolcraft, which I wasn't actually planning on doing, but even if I wanted to do that, I couldn't because a winter storm blew through New York yesterday. We had power the entire time. But today, literally as I was leaving to come back here, the idiot utility workers somehow took down the power, and National Grid is saying, they're saying things about it. So the server's not online right now, is what I'm trying to say. Which is annoying, but I wasn't planning on doing that anyhow, because today what I'm doing is something a bit different, because Easter is obviously next weekend. 1 week from today, in fact, and I do still plan on live streaming on Easter, but because of Easter, going home to celebrate Easter with my family, again, I won't be live streaming on Friday, most likely, so, actually, no, certainly not on Friday. So, hey, another week, no Coolcraft stream, but I don't know, maybe I'll do that on Sunday. Depends on what I actually end up doing, but hey. So, anyhow, so what I'm planning on doing today is I'm planning on doing a thing to entertain me / the other people in the car on the way home, or the way to the destination at least, on Friday. To be fair, this webpage is just the word hi, literally just the text hi, because that's what I was doing, because before the stream I was like quickly setting stuff up to make sure stuff would work. So let me kind of go over what's going to happen. I also don't know how I'm doing this because I prepared almost nothing. Almost nothing. A little bit has been prepared. We'll hop into IntelliJ here. So first of all, as you may have noticed by the actual, this up here, this is a web server which is running Apache Tomcat, which if you don't know what it is, it's a web server made by Apache. Not the normal Apache web server though. This one's written entirely in Java. Basically made to run Java, custom Java code for the backend. It has additional security features because it is written in Java and doesn't use PHP or anything like that. But I'm just doing this because this is the server backend language I'm specifically most comfortable writing code in, basically. I've done it on other languages. I've done backend code in other languages, but I'm just most comfortable at the moment with doing stuff with Java and whatnot. And so this is the web, well, this is in the entire website. This is just this part of the website here, because another thing is you could just make different components of the website within Tomcat, and this one's called game for reasons. Yes, but this is the back end. I also have to do the front end, which is why this probably won't go too far today. And for that, I'm using the Processing's P5.js, which is Processing's web version, basically. And I haven't done anything here. I've literally just set up the file, done literally nothing. Oh, I really should have copied stuff from... I'm going to need to go look at a whole bunch of references for stuff anyway. But yeah, we can show you around what the back end of the website has. So first of all this stuff, actually we can collapse this. So all this stuff is in kind of our website's root folder here. Not really, but our page's root folder here, where we have the game.js, this is the processing file. We got index.html, which is the main file which runs this file. Sketch.properties is a processing thing. This is an IntelliJ function. I actually don't know if IntelliJ is going to completely work for my uses either. I usually use Eclipse, but I was like, I'll do IntelliJ for this, just to see how that works. Or if it even works well. Maybe it will. I don't know, also all the P5JS is right here in the libraries thing. So, let me explain, I guess, what this game is. Also, actually, I also actually do want to explain something here quickly. So, before I get started, it's not related to this, it's more related to me. So, yesterday I was, for some reason, doing a family function, which is really well timed to be when I was on spring break, apparently. And the room I happened to be in was incredibly dusty or something. I didn't see any dust, but I certainly felt the dust. I somehow have still not completely recovered from the dustiness, which didn't help that when I got back here, the dust seemed to be quite a lot in this room. And I think that's because before I left on spring break, which mind you was a week ago, I removed a lot of dust from my computer and stuff. Not necessarily the inside, but just generally the surface and stuff. Apparently that stuff all hung around in the air, so that was causing me problems for a while. I have a fan blowing out in the window. Mind you, there is snow on the ground, so that's fun. It is actually making it better in here, but you might hear that fan in the background. Anyhow, that's also why I might sound a little weird right now. The other reason I guess it sound a little weird right now is because my microphone is on the wrong setting. That could also be if I sound weird. Anyhow, what is this game? Well, this game is not actually going to be much game logic done inside of this. This is more or less going to be a canvas that I can use to show a game with, effectively. And that's what I kind of plan on doing. That's not a plan. So basically, yeah, it's basically just going to be making a canvas that I can use to do is we're going to have a couple pages on the website. The thing is, I'm going to be playing with the other people in the car. One of them is going to be driving, which won't be able to, actually, the whole idea of the website is just so that I can have this running locally on my laptop and have, Jared Cool connect his phone or his laptop to my laptop via, a hotspot or something, and then he can just view the game board while the thing is going. The problem is the driver, he won't be able to see anything because he's driving. So, just have to verbally describe stuff. The last time I did something similar to this, he was at a disadvantage because he was just thinking about driving, not about the game. I don't know. I hope this will be fun at least. Anyhow. Now I have to figure out... Okay, well, I guess we gotta figure out some basic stuff here. So, a new class. What do I want to name this? Okay, well, I should talk about how this is going to be architected. So, naturally, there's going to be various updates and things happening from me to that's going to need to propagate to the player. So, we're going to do that via this thing I'm going to call the main event stream. So, EVE. Okay, so the main event stream is going to be a... Hold up. Now, the idea of the main event stream is it's going to use... There we go. To get... IntelliJ is really nice, guys. Really nice for doing this stuff, IntelliJ is. So basically what the main event stream is going to use something called server-side event to continuously bombard the client with relevant data. Unfortunately, the client can't really, send any information back. And the only information that this event stream has about the client, literally the only information, is the actual initial request. It literally will not actually know if the client is still connected at all and receiving any of it. There's no feedback whatsoever. So we're going to have to implement a heartbeat system to make sure that it's just continuously sending back information like, yeah, guys, I'm here. You can keep going. You don't need to stop. So because of that, well, I believe it has to be a GET request specifically. Hold up. So I'm going to make a oh, hold up. This won't be here. We're gonna refactor, rename this to main machine servlet. There we go. There we go. Because, yeah, that's what I'm gonna. I specifically want these to be spelled out. You know, a bit more verbose, kind of like you do stuff in Java. I prefer them to be that. That way it's a little bit less confusing. See, okay, request, response. Because they both start with RE, which can be a little bit confusing, because this is only one other letter. Rec or res. At least my dyslexic mind can do it. Having a whole word, and response is actually a bit longer, is a little bit harder. So, we're going to have a new class, and this is going to be main event stream handler. This is going to be public. This is going to be a constructor here. It's going to take in this stuff here, to be clear. And it's also going to take in literally everything else. What's your issue? This is a construct. Wait, do I not? No, I can make constructors public. What? Oh, that's not the name of the class tag. Okay, there we go. There's a constructor. Okay. And then actually. No, actually, okay, it cannot loop in the constructor. Handle. It's gonna be this method here, handle, which is just gonna say. So we're gonna do something here. We're gonna have a. I'm not gonna declare the scope for the. So a Boolean active. So while active, send info here, because I don't know what it specifically is going to happen there. So this is going to be. I'm gonna save these inputs here, just within the class. So we have this request equals request, and this response equals response. All right, that loads that stuff in. We're gonna then have a hash map of integer comma main event stream handlers, and I need to import hash map, don't I? Yep. This is going to be. This is how we're gonna get the heartbeat to know that this exists, basically. And we're gonna actually have an int ID and static current ID number. And then this will start at, say, 0. So we're just gonna have sequential IDs here, which is really all that matters. As long as each individual request or event stream that happens has its own unique ID, so that the heartbeat can just say that, hey, I'm from number 7. It will and it can then use that to attach to this object, hence the purpose of this hash map, then yes, that should be fine. And specifically adding stuff to the hash map will happen in the handle method here. Let's make a static synchronized int create ID. Now the reason why I'm doing this as a synchronized method is because, being a web server, obviously requests get handled in parallel. It's not just handling one request sequentially after another. It handles all requests as parallel as it can, really. Because in theory, requests don't really rely on one another. But that causes the issue if two requests come in at the same time, we could potentially accidentally assign two separate requests to the exact same ID. So synchronizing this function to generate the IDs helps to prevent that from happening. So only this function can only be accessed once at a time. And this should be the only thing. So we're just gonna, this is gonna be a very simple function though. It's just gonna return the current ID number incremented by 1. But the key here is that it's a synchronized method, which means it will actually work properly no matter how many threads are hitting it at once. Actually, the ID can be assigned. So ID equals create ID. So then we can say, in this we can say instances dot put ID this, instances dot remove this, I guess, or no, key ID. There we go. All right, that should be the management of the hash map done. Nice. So when you should also probably make it so this method cannot be called multiple times, but hopefully I'm not going to be dumb enough to do that. But anyways, yeah, this so this method will put this instance of this class inside the hash map, which will then, so that it can then be referenced outside. It then sends info here. Anyway, and then removes a and then once this finishes executing, it'll remove it from the list of things for memory management purposes. All right. Let's see. Main event stream. Okay. Actually, I have to. Okay, I have to go to the bathroom. I will be right back. All right, next up we need to do is actually build the heartbeat system. Now that should be quite simple. So first thing we're going to need is, this is private first of all. Public static get instance, and takes an ID in, return instances dot get the corresponding ID. Pretty simple. And then I don't care if this is how it's actually spelled. Breet. I want it to be at least partially correct. Alright, I realize this active boolean is actually kind of not what I want it to be. So I'm gonna have is a long last beat. So if while last beat is less than, wait. Okay, yeah. Wait. Well, last beat is greater than system nanotime minus whatever 30 seconds is, or 20 seconds. So we'll say 20 seconds in nanoseconds. That two with 10 zeros at the end of it. That's what I need. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And it's a long because that's how big of a number it is. So while that is there, and we're gonna say initialized, actually no, last beat gets called here. So last beat equals this. Alright. And then the whole heartbeat method is just last beat equals system nanotime. There we go. Yeah, so all heartbeat does is it updates last beat to be, you know, current. So that's why this will keep looping here. Alright, next up we actually have to do the server side event, the event stream shit. So I will now actually start looking up, or going back to look up what I have to do to just the one that, okay, I have, because I'm looking at previous code over in here to figure out what the event stream is. And I do not remember. Well, let's not that one. This one. Classes. Main event stream. That's what I'm looking for. I've done a similar thing to this in the past, would you believe it? But it is ultimately a bit different. So some authentication stuff there. Alright. There are some typos in this code I'm about to paste, please be warned. There we go. There's some stuff. Alright, this is basically all the setup stuff. So first of all, we set the header here to tell the client that the data that's coming through here is going to be an event stream in the form of text. Could theoretically, I guess, have a binary one, but we're not doing that. It's UTF-8 encoded. Do not cache this. And keep the connection alive. Alright. And then, alright, so that's setting a bunch of header stuff. So then what we're gonna do is we're gonna say meh equals new main event stream handler for request response. So then meh dot handle. That should be all I theoretically have to do here. I think. I might have to register that elsewhere, and I think I will do that actually, because I will obviously have to send stuff for this. But for now, this will be good enough, I guess. Then what I have to do in here is actually to get this part set, so we're gonna get a thing, again, before this loop actually. It's gonna be a print writer. Oh, it's probably complaining about IO exceptions. Yeah. Undo. No, that was supposed to be surround with try catch. It's actually what I want, but actually, we're gonna do. We're gonna do this as a. Actually, no, we're not gonna do that. Actually, oh, sorry. This is going to be a try over the entire loop, so that way we still end up properly removing the object from the thing in case it runs into an error. Alright, so here we get the writer. And now I have to make sure I'm doing this right. Okay. This class. Convert stuff to whatever. Write and flush. Okay, so what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to take this writer. We're gonna need call the write method and then the flush method. So the very last thing we have to do is we have to flush the output stream. Alright. And then we're gonna have to write stuff above that. But why is this complaining about this? Place. Wait, it's supposed to end with a capital L? Interesting. Or maybe that's to make it less or more clear what's going on, I guess. That could definitely be it. Anyhow, let's see. Oh yeah, I guess we actually have to figure out how this is going to yeah, I guess we do have to figure out how this is gonna, or what kind of data this is gonna have. So I'm trying to think of what I want to do here for in terms of data. I'm trying to think of what I want to do. I think I want to encode it in JSON so it's easier to work with in the actual game. So okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a new class. We haven't even run anything yet here. This is great. Make a class called send data. It's just going to contain 2 strings, a name and data. Public send data string name string data, and this name equals name, this data equals data, public string to string. Going to simply return this in a JSON format. So we're return name plus return a quotation mark plus name plus a quotation mark space colon space a quotation mark data plus a quotation mark. All right, so that's just the this returns simply the JSON formatted string of what this would be, and then public string get name. There's an easier way to do this. Get name. There we go. That should be all I need here. So we're going to then, in terms of here, have an array list somewhere, if I could think. Here-ish, I guess. Still thinks this hasn't really been used yet, and I guess, oh, it's never assigned. That's kind of important. What? Sure, we'll make that final. I don't care. Private array list of send data to send equals new array list. And it's probably going to want to say final, which is, I guess, fine. Yeah, that's fine. Anyhow, so what I'm then going to do here is we're going to make a public. Oh no, this is going to be private. Private send data access data, where we're going to have two fields. Oh, it's going to be synchronized. Synchronized send data. Access data of send data and Boolean read. So we're going to say if read wait, do I want to do this as oh, actually I think I know how to do. So if read, we're going to return data to send dot remove this, else we're gonna return. That is not how you spell we're gonna return null because it's not necessary, but we're going to do data to send dot add data. This is just a synchronous way of doing all array access to this array so that we don't accidentally overwrite or double send any kind of data at all. So that's what this is. So what we're going to do is we're going to add another. So okay, so we're going to, well, okay, so this is where, so I need to have string data right equals is going to be equal to, no, actually we're going to say if this dot size is greater than 0. I am also going to then put after this, actually we're only going to flush the writer if something was actually written to it. I'm going to do thread sleep for 2 milliseconds. And this is going to complain, and we can just add catch clause to the existing try catch. Whatever. Yeah, sure, we can collapse that, I guess. Yes, it is busy waiting. Kind of. Thing is, we do need to continuously... Oh, cool. Apparently that's more efficient. I don't know. So if it's not, if the array's not empty, then we're going to prepare a new string to write. Then we're going to say while send a date y, and then we're going to do a while loop over this. Actually, we're going to create our own array list of send data. Call this local data. I realize I am still not accomplishing too much here, but this is all in my mind necessary back-end work to actually make this function. So we're going to have access data. And to be fair, there will be a public function that allows data to be added. I just didn't want to have this be the expose function, but it's weird syntax. So we're going to say access data of null true. That is the canonical way to do this. This local data dot add access data null true. So that will take everything that currently exists in the sending array and move it into this local array. So then we can say, oh, actually, do need to do something here. So contents. I don't know if that's how you spell contents at all, but I don't really care. Alright, so that's going to be, we should, so, then we go for send data SD in local data. We're going to do data.write concatenated with sd.getName plus, yeah, we can do a comma, why not? And it's probably going to want me to string builder this. Yeah, string builder this. Oh yeah, no, wait, that's not going to work at all. Because then what we're going to need to do, because this implicitly adds that every time, we're going to need to say that data write is equal to data write substring 0 comma data write length -1. We need to chop the last character off, as it's always going to have an extra comma. So then we're gonna, once we remove that last comma, because that could cause issues, we can add, we close that, close the current string, put a comma there to go on to the next item in the JSON object. And so now how is it recommending that we do this? Wow, that's weird. I'm not going to do that just yet. That seems really weird and unintuitive to me. So, wow, is that IntelliJ? Would that actually be more efficient? Anyway, we'll do that later once I've written everything out. So I should probably comment this stuff. Create sending strings. Get data to send locally, so that it can't be interfered with. Slash collect the names of all components, and then we're going to add the contents probably not whatever it's... That might actually be how you spell contents. I'm not entirely sure. Anyhow, we're then once again going to loop over the exact same data again. But this time, we're going to simply say... We're actually going to just simply add that and a comma at the end of it. Because I believe what we did, that toString, which is what that's going to end up calling, is correctly formatted JSON here. We just need to add the commas in between each line, and we're going to remove the comma. Move trailing comma, CMMA. Comma? What does it actually suggest I put here? Nah, I'm gonna leave it with that. I actually don't know how you spell comma. Alright. We removed the comma at the end. We then append a closing brace there. We then go writer dot write the data right. It then gets flushed, then gets returned. This stuff is gonna say, oh, just use a string builder, which I don't know, maybe this is more efficient. I guess that's like the whole idea, is that it's more efficient for string builder. But this should be the whole process of sending any and all main event stream data to the client. Let's do public static, not static, public void send, let's say. It's going to be a send data. This is going to simply call access data with data comma false. There we go. Now that should all be done. Okay, it still says that this is complaining about busy waiting, but doesn't have any suggestions for how I could. It is busy waiting, but you see, the reason why I'm thread.sleeping here is because I don't want this to be using infinite amounts of CPU, just continuously waiting for this time to expire. I want the CPU to actually be, you know, not doing anything with this data while it's waiting for any actual data to come by, basically. So it'll always wait 2 milliseconds after completing stuff to do anything more, which should significantly reduce CPU usage on this thread, which is kind of the idea. Which is kind of the opposite of what I have to do sometimes with my game. Which, by the way, I released an update just before the stream. You should check it out. I mean, there's not much in it, to be fair. It's more of just like some bug fixes, but still. Because I don't know how processing does this, but you'll detect if a thread is basically idle doing nothing and then just kill it without warning, which is really annoying. So I've had to basically just infinitely generate random number on various threads in the game while they're idle, waiting for the next time they can actually do anything, which definitely increases CPU usage. Sometimes I hear that's a good thing, though. So, alright. So that should be all the main event stream stuff working. It's not Heartbeat working yet, though. Which is why we need to add this Heartbeat SERVLET. There we go. Extends HTTP servlet. Protected void, or no, let's just do get. There we go. We're not actually going to return anything here specifically. All this request does is it goes in, but we will actually need something. So EQ request response. Okay. request. See, I probably wouldn't have noticed that being an issue for a hot second. Dot get par parameter ID. What is this return? I think it returns a string. I did not connect any documentation. I think. Hold up. Let me. Going to switch scenes over here to my face because I do think I have documentation somewhere. So let me go. Project structure. Add documentation URL. It's a local document. Let's add documentation URL. Don't know if I can add. Exclude. Specify. It wants a URL. I hope that it'll accept a local file on my machine. I think I have the documentation or the Java doc downloaded for this because it would make sense. Otherwise I gotta go find it on the. Okay. Yes, I do. Okay. So I have to type this manually. Okay. Oh boy. Oh. I have to specify file : / c : / users / down downloads downloads, yes, and then copy this file name. Okay. Okay, did that work? I actually have no idea. Okay, look. Okay, let's see. Open the documentation in tool window. Okay, Eclipse actually has a much better thing. I may have to go on to the internet to yeah, I may need to go get the online documentation. I don't know if IntelliJ likes local JavaDoc stuff, so servlet API. Ooh, why did that pop up? I know you can only see my glorious face right now, but don't worry. JavaDoc. Is that going to go? Oh, that is exactly what I wanted. See, will it take this? Oh, it did actually take that. Okay, apply, okay. Hang on. So what URLs is it checking here? Because it's clearly not doing it. Servlet. Latest. Well, let me try putting in just this page in general. See if it's. Oh, the page does exist, and if you get parameter exists, it does. What the hell? Okay, well, in that case, I'll go back to my main screen now. Well, okay. It just does not appear. Like here, you see, it's like the following documentation URLs were checked. I don't know if this is the right syntax, but this actually. Let me just. That is indeed a thing. I don't know why it's not actually able to fetch the documentation properly then, because that is actually a thing. Oh. Can I edit this? That's just this menu. Okay, well, whatever. I have it physically on my monitor here now. I'll just read it. Okay, returns the value of the requested parameter as a string or null of the parameters that exist. Request parameter. Okay, it's just a string. Okay, so string ID equals if ID equals null, or ID is equal to null, then we gonna have response dot set status to 404 return. So then we're going to run a try catch block. So try. So int ID equals integer parse int for ID, catch number format exception. Actually, we're just gonna do normal ex. We're just gonna do a normal exception, so that I don't limit it shit, or just so that I'm not particularly. Or, no, we already need to return that. Okay. Just so that I'm not particularly limited if any sort of errors happen at all. Anything at all gets errored. It will just safely return a 404 because this is wrong. But if it's not, we're going to go, say, main event stream handler dot get instance of ID. So this is going to be... Oh, hold on. Int ID. Of course, meh equals that. So then we meh dot heartbeat. That's what this is going to be. Now comes the web.xml file. This is what actually defines to the web server that, hey, this is a mapping that you can do to go to backend code. So this is probably going to mess with it a bunch as well, because the web server monitors the files for changes and then reloads the server when changes happen. So, and IntelliJ autosave, so every change I make is going to be like, crazy. So main event stream. And this is just a in document name here that allows the server to heartbeat, and as I showed before, test is just saying hi. Go here, copy this. Go here. I don't know why web.xml is specifically there. Go here / main event stream heartbeat. All right. Now, I think that's at least something that's been done on the back end. And now it's time to do front-end coding, which is going to be fun. Especially because it's been a hot second since I've done some of this stuff. Actually, I do have to... Sorry about that. I'm looking through Windows here. I do have to go remember how the front-end version of server-side events actually works, because it is a little bit complex. Yes. So we have void set up event stream. Oh, that's not how JavaScript works. Normal Java, yes. JavaScript, no. Thankfully, I don't have to go... Ooh, hold up. This may go on my main monitor. I do not want this visible quickly. Okay. Yeah, that did go on my main monitor. Oof. Good thing I didn't show that. Let's see, setup, blah, blah, blah. I actually have not looked at this. Holy crap. Where is all this stuff for the main event stream? Go to screen, spinning logo. Ah, this function sounds useful. I will copy this function in. That sounds extremely useful. Oh, and then this one's, no, that's not actually that useful. That second one isn't actually very useful. Let's mouse over, connect main event stream. This sounds about right. So let main event stream equal null, and then we can set up event stream. There we go. We're gonna have to do this get domain / game / main event stream. Is that what we call how we did the endpoint here? Just gotta make sure. Cool. We then add this, which is of course the actual event handling stream. So convenient. I'm doing stuff that I've done before. Alright, then we handle whatever data happens there. And actually, I don't think... Yeah, no, that's all we have to do. It'll automatically launch. So, okay, I guess we can do the most basic of manual testing. Hopefully the web server's reloaded any changes that I've made. Alright, let's go back here. We won't physically see anything, but the inspector should allow us to see if we go head. Wait, main? Crap, where is. Or actually, sources. Game.js. Alright, here's all the code that we just wrote. Alright. So we just go main event stream is currently null, which is correct. So if we say set up event stream, this should actually connect it as well, actually. That's not good. Good thing we're here, though. We can preview the response. All right. This is good, though. This is good. We needed this information. This is key and critical. Nothing showed up in the server console, though, so I'm not entirely sure what actually is going on here. But Eternals. What the hell is that? What did it? Okay, what did it? Localhost game main event. That is correct, I think. Servlet exception. Instancing servlet class main event stream servlet. Authenticator base. Root cause class not found exception. I know what this is. You see, this file here is quite important because I guess IntelliJ is not doing this. Maybe I have to click this button here, actually. So the thing is, it doesn't work with just raw Java files because it's already running in a JVM. It needs to have the compiled Java files, which it can load dynamically at runtime. I don't know if this is going to do anything. Let's see. It did It did parse. It did build complete successfully. Oh, god damn! It has an out. I don't know how I configured this stuff. These are decompiled though, so I can just move this into classes. Can I? Did that do something? Well, I will go. No, actually, hold up. I guess I will go manually copy this stuff. Game, blah, 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 blah. Oh, no, wait. Oh, out is all the way over here. Production game. Yes, these are all .class files. Place file and destination. There we go. Oh, what the hell did I just do? Module info. Delete. Okay. We can redo that. Okay. So now these are here. I don't know how to project structure maybe? Project compiler output to literally the same file as input. Webinf classes. Okay. Alright, that way next time... Okay, this doesn't... Unlike Eclipse, this won't automatically build the files for me. I have to manually build... Oh. It's now showing classes as the output folder. Eesh. Yeah, I don't think IntelliJ likes the fact that I'm using this like this too much, but... Oh well. Anyhow, what I have to do now is I actually update this version.txt file, which is a file I added. Basically, I just set the I told the server, monitor this file, and if you see a change in this file, reload, which is what I'm hoping happens right now. That's that. Actually, I guess we just run this again. That's different. Why? Why did it not find that? Is it not finding any of the hold up? Is this gonna just result? No, this isn't gonna result in a 404, is it? Set up event stream. What? I'm actually confused now. Why is this not a thing? It was on a get. Let's go here. / main event. Oh, let me go here, then go into processing and make sure that that is set correctly. It won't live for very long now that I realize it, because I never actually had it send out what the heartbeat was or what the heartbeat ID was gonna be. But actually, I guess I gotta refresh this. I am actually very confused as to why this isn't working. This should be correct. I never told it to do that. If it is... Oh, okay. Simply... Too many windows. Test is still working. So why is main event stream not? Is heartbeat? This one is working correctly. This is the correct 404 page. Why Why is this one not working? I don't think I did anything here that, yeah, I don't think I did anything that... Oh, God. Why is this not working? Response headers. What? Content encoding gzip. What? Oh, well, that makes sense, kind of, I guess. Keep alive timeout. Yeah, this doesn't have all my other headers. Is this even... Is this even doing anything? Let's go here. So, will this be okay, well, let's go / main event stream 2, let's say. See if this will get anything. So, if we go back here, this is different. Completely different. What? Oh, well, that didn't really help. Oh, that worked. Why did that take so long? Is the server reloading or something? Okay. Keep alive timeout equals 20, which maybe okay. Yeah, event stream. And the event stream has nothing in it because I actually didn't tell it to send anything. Okay, cool. Why wasn't that working by default? Then that takes so long to spin up as well. Okay, so that's main event stream 2. Main event stream without that should still 404 because it literally does not exist currently. So if I go back to this, then I go back to here. I wait for that refreshed. Okay. If it takes a second to actually fully connect and... Actually, no, it should take 20 seconds if it's working, I guess. Because it's waiting for the full thing to be done. Pending. Caution, request is not finished yet. Okay. There it goes. Yes, okay. No idea why that didn't work the first time, but did work the second time. So, yes, but this is an... Okay, perfect. So, alright, then we're gonna need to say... stuff. Alright, actually, I did realize before I actually go do more stuff on the front end, we actually do need to kind of give out what the ID is. I did have a thing that I wanted to do. Because we need to obviously do the heartbeat, and that's going to require some asynchronous stuff on the JavaScript side of things. But I did realize here, I kind of do need to tell the client what the ID is. We can't just expect that they will know what the ID is. So what we're going to need to do is we're going to say send. Okay, we're going to send new send data. Oh, this is not going to... Because I set the output folder, this isn't going to work too well, is it? Why is it doing this? Okay, I could just move. Okay, whatever. New send, because it's not going to properly do stuff for my classes in here then, for a good chunk of this stuff. New send data, anyhow. ID. Okay, I actually got to change this back, actually. Okay, so Eclipse is actually slightly easier because it will compile in place. IntelliJ, unfortunately, does not do that. I'm just gonna... Wait, no, wait. Yeah, just... WebInf out. That's a slightly better. Okay, cool. Now it's actually error checking. Cool. IntelliJ is weird, man. Name, ID, data. I'm actually gonna just do... ID. It's an integer. Plus an empty string to turn it into a string. Cool. Alright, so that should then send as the first and currently only bit of data that what is going on there. So okay, I'm actually going to have to okay, so I clicked build now, which should go through and create all the classes in this new out folder, not this old one. Oh. Yeah, it's gonna go through production, game, all that sort of stuff anyway. Delete this old one here then. IntelliJ is again weird. Oh, okay, well hold up. Because it does that whole thing where it puts stuff into out production game, I have to manually go in File Explorer and move stuff around off camera, which is a pain, but should mean that I have to manually reload, get shit reloaded. That's right. Version open version.txt, please. Okay, 1 dot. Any file change at all is large enough for the thing to actually do something. Anyhow. So, going to go back to /game as we're going to return to the front-end development side of things. Alright, so here we go. We're going to say setup event stream. I'm going to call this. And we get the main event stream. Oh, timing. Content download, 20 seconds. Damn. Oh, wait, that makes sense. 20 seconds. Yeah, that is how long before it kills it. And then it's go. I'll call up. Main event stream dot call up. I have to manually. You do. It will. The main event stream will continuously try to will try every possible opportunity to get information or to reconnect as often as possible. Neither of these are getting the ID. That's not good. Why is the ID? Because we are send, which does go to access data. This is false, which means it's writing. So it does that, which means stuff is added here, which means that in handle, it shouldn't be empty, which means it does stuff. I'm going to add some debug. Handling list. And then we're just going to actually put data to send in there. Which means I'm now going to do the build process. Which means I have to do the manual file copying. Oh, hello. What? Hang on. IntelliJ, a little bit too on the nose with stuff. Alright. Cannot find symbol. Class. Send data. What? It's right here. What do you mean you can't find send? It's right here. And that's like... God damn it, IntelliJ. You're being incredibly stupid right now. Okay, let's try that again. Yeah. But it didn't have this issue 2 seconds ago. What the hell? Because they're in the same package, which is technically no package, but... Heck, even... Here. If I go click, show me source, it'll go here. Don't tell me I have to reset. Content root is there. Source folders is right there. Oh, I can literally... Sources, yeah. Don't make me manually compile this shit, because that would be annoying. Parsing Java, blah, 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 blah. Okay, I'm quickly going to restart IntelliJ. So I was absolutely not expecting this to ever be an issue. I have no idea why it just decides to pop up now of all times. But I will restart it and see if that helps. Okay. There's updates and shit I have to apply apparently. Okay. Click build. Still not working. Is it because I moved all the class files into not the output directory? Is that what's wrong? So if I've moved all the class files back, or copied them back, reload. Oh, games. Okay. Click build now. That is the dumbest thing in the world. Okay, so I can't straight up move them. I have to explicitly copy paste them. Because I guess it hasn't detect change. It'll just try to use its pre-compiled. I mean, that's efficiency. That's not what I want, though. Well, I wanted to not, first of all, put shit in stupid folders, but I wanted to just dump the compiled files right next to the existing ones. So... Oh, I don't know why I just did that. But yeah, Windows apparently... I've been getting that recently, when Windows is like, oh, you need a cloud security scan your bullshit. It's like, what the heck? This is just processing. I literally had it open when that came up. It's like, oh, you need a cloud security scan your mom? How about... Alright. Alright. Go here. More importantly, go here. Alright. So again, no heartbeat, should be going for about 20 seconds. Caution, it's not yet finished. Okay, now it has. Close that because I don't want that to keep going forever and ever and ever. Nothing. Oh. But, I'll bring over the Tomcat console here. Boop, 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 boop. It did have the fact that this was a thing that it could do. Or could send out. Why did that not get sent out is my question. Which is stuff that is entirely here in IntelliJ that I have to figure out the answer to. So... Also, it's kind of concerning that was 0. Actually, no, the web server just restarted. That's why that would be 0. Never mind. That makes sense. Okay. So it was inside of here. So all of this basically happened. So about to send data colon plus data write to string. I want to make sure it's actually sending crap and not just pretending to send crap. Also, I accidentally started a weird file transfer earlier now, and I immediately canceled it. But now, for some reason, Windows is still, whenever I move something around the file explorer, being like, "Oh no, there is currently a cancellation going on." I'm like, what? All right. Okay. Hello, can I move this window around, please? Oh, it's the dark bar at the top of the screen. Duh. So, all right. Okay, it's not even got a response on the. Oh, duh! I didn't restart the web server, so we're gonna close that. Which, of course, means that it errored out. Because I need to modify this so that... Oh, also because this is a Windows program and it has a terminal output here, it, of course, got screwed up when I highlighted something and stopped executing. Why, Windows? Why is that a thing that happens? Nobody likes that. What purpose does that serve? Ugh. Again, this is not actually going to be... Alright. Okay, still haven't received anything. Apparently... I'm actually just going to close it now. Okay, so... It does have exactly what we'd expect the data to have. It has effectively a JSON object here with contents ID and then the ID of 0. That is what we expect to have it send, but it's not actually receiving anything. Which is why I'm so confused. Because we do writer, which is based off the response writer. We write stuff. Is this a void? Yes. And then we flush it. I am very confused as to why it's not actually sending any data. Let's see. You know what? Hold up. Let's say, regardless of this, it will just write the string pp out every single iteration through this loop, as long as this writer exists. As long as we're inside the loop, it should work. Let me see. So, also look at, let's see, writer, write, flush, close, all the write methods. Print is also a thing, but I don't think we want to use that for some reason. Append, check error. Print format, print formatted, and then you get a bunch of boilerplate shit. There's a lot of stuff here. Okay. No, we'll also have this. E. Honestly, did not expect that I would be having to do this. This is actually news to me. I knew I wasn't going to get much done here on stream today. I'm probably going to go off stream to actually do anything useful. Let's see. This is not the file I need to edit. This is the file I need to edit. I then need to go find this terminal. Get reloaded. Perfect. Alright. So set up. That was not typing there. Alright. There we go. It should be... Okay. Look at the size that it's receiving. It is definitely... Okay, it is definitely receiving stuff based off that size. Kilobytes and kilobytes, but... Okay. That looks like it... Okay, it ended there. Why? Oh. Well, response. Oh! Okay. The raw response actually has shit. Why doesn't the event stream have shit? What? I don't know why I haven't been looking at the response tab, to be fair. Alright, so clearly it is sending data. Well, let me look at my previous stuff. Ah. Maybe that's how it wants it? Okay. Wait. Okay, maybe it's just based off how I'm sending it. So, I'm gonna comment out this little debug message here. So we're gonna say data : and then we have that. Not even in a string. And then we have 2 line breaks at the end. That may be necessary. Things, guys, on the web are weird. Alright. That is that. Alright. We'll now go set up event stream. And we're going to then close the event stream, as I just realized that I never reloaded the actual web server. So let's go get the web server to reset itself by removing that 0. Alright, it's reloaded. We go set it up. Ooh! What? Oh, cool. That error means it worked. Yay! We'll just make sure it gets closed here quickly because I don't need it. Finally! Oh my god, that took way too long. And, oh god. Okay, I'm gonna quickly go to the bathroom. I will be right back. Now, we get to deal with whatever this is. Okay, whatever this is. Cannot read properties of undefined reading split. So, now go to processing here and see what the hell is it even talking about. content equals data.content.split. So I don't know what's null here. Is it okay? You know, we'll just. Well, actually, that'll give it gets an error that one. console.log. That's a slash, sir. Console.log. First thing is we just print out the raw data. Then I want it to be on front end for a while now, actually. I think that should be realistically all we need there. And the great part is because this is now front end stuff, I have too many windows open, guys. I have not touched this in a while. We just need to F5 on that to reload. There's still no image there because I haven't actually done anything there yet. But we should now be able to do this. Okay, so that's the raw text, and then it did properly convert this into a JSON, into an actual object in JavaScript, but it cannot read properties. Oh, it's probably I've spelled contents differently. That's probably what it is. Oh, it's content instead of contents. Semantics, woo. Alright, that's the issue. Okay, so now, if I refresh, having this in a separate window is actually kind of annoying. Let's, cool, no error. Perfection. Alright, actually, the reason why I wanted these devs tools open in the first place, besides me now seeing that everything is working fine, here, actually I don't need that, is I want to say main event stream dot on error, on message, on open. I think on error is what I need to do. So I think this also includes when you close it, but when the stream ends, I think this also. So on error equals, no. Not slash dot log little letter H, let's say. That is also not the correct character there. Okay, we also might need a parameter. I'm not entirely sure. What? Oh. Damn it! E? Okay, well, we need to E. Then we lambda expression this, I think. Console.log the letter H. Wait, let me just see. Is this valid here? No, okay, the first one is correct. So E with that. Okay. I guess we then wait for this main event streams to exit and then see if we get an H. I'm not even sure if I defined this correctly. H, cool. Okay, and then we close it. That did not give an H though. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, yeah, but the H happened when it exited itself, so we can then use this. So dot on error. So a disconnection would be an on error. So we need to Actually, we're not going to stop it from reconnecting. We're just going to stop it from doing the heartbeat. Mostly because the heartbeat information will just be invalid, and we don't want that. Okay, so functional event stream disconnect. So event stream dot on error equals, and we're gonna put that, and then simply assigning it to this function, which will do stuff. So now I guess we need to figure out the heartbeat. So going to have no visuals yet, apparently. HART beat. We're gonna have a value in there for ID. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna do, I think we should just need to wait, HTTP get. I need to look at the P5JS reference for the their simple. Why new tabs? Why do you do these things to me? You know what? Oh, help reference, which opens the. Okay, that opened that up over there. That's fine. Environment, events, foundation, math, IO, that's what it's under. I was right. Why didn't it highlight my HTTP GET? Let me see what this is. Where, okay, syntax. Path, data. What the fuck is data? Okay, path is the only thing I think that's actually required. So, we then go, or actually, we go do this / heartbeat. Question mark plus ID. There we go. So this should, what this does is this will send the HTTP request, the GET request to this domain, which has the parameter of the ID slapped on at the end. Then I need to figure out the set timeout, I think. Is what I need. Let's just Google this. JavaScript set timeout. That I think is what I need. All right. So we're gonna say, what is the delay? Delay milliseconds. So we're gonna say set timeout for this very function here, but I will do something in a moment. With this is going to actually wrap this entire thing here. Wait. Oh, okay, we passed, I guess. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, so heartbeat, comma, we're gonna do 10,000, so every 10 seconds it sends out the heartbeat, so we're not swamping shit with data. And then we're gonna set ID. Okay. then going to say let beat ID equals 0. Let's say. And this is going to be our check. So if beat ID is not equal to ID, or is equal to ID, then we're going to continue to do this heartbeat stuff, which will include recursively calling this function. Yes, so this function is basically recursively calling itself on a delay, kind of. It's not entirely what it's doing. But if this ID gets set to 0, so basically what this is going to do is this is just going to say, this is just going to reset it so that it could not possibly be equal, so that in case this hasn't properly reconnected and set up yet, this will continue to go. So, or will not continue to go. So then we need to loop through content. So for let I equals 0, I is less than content dot length I plus plus. If content of I is equal to ID, then what we're going to do is we're going to say that beat ID is equal to number, I think this is a JavaScript function, not entirely sure, of data.id, I believe it is. I think that's what I think that's valid. And I believe ID is exactly what I called it. So then what we're going to do is we're just going to initialize the heartbeat byte and actually just pass in the beat ID right there. Bam. That should automate the process of the heartbeat. Let's test this now. Let's go test this. Which means I need to go back to... Woo, what is this? I have no idea what any of that's talking about or meaning right now. So, again, none of this is actually being immediately called on its own. Alright, so I'm just going to call set up event stream. Bam. That is a function and it just gave me its definition. Cool. Let's run that. No, we should see every 10 seconds a request go out to heartbeat. That's what I'm predicting that we should see. Okay. Oh, it also does print us every time it gets something. I should probably disable that. So hold on. Let me go disable that quickly while we wait for that to start rolling. Let's just comment this out for now. Alright. Ah, crap. It's not working. Okay. Yeah. Fortunately, it does not appear to be working. I'm not seeing any events going out, so we will stop that and figure out what's going on. Log. Just have that print the letter C there. Can I F5 this? Oh, that does refresh. Cool. Okay, we did get a C. Why is it not doing the HTTP request then? Because I'm not seeing it send it out. What? I mean, we're even passing that in. They should be exact. Oh, there's a not. Tricky. Tricky that is. Alright. Oh, actually, hold on. Let me remove that console log C object. I did not notice that little exclamation point there. But that was valid JavaScript for some reason. So. Woo! Error. Oh, well, it got a 404. Is it going to continue doing this? Hold up, I'm actually not entirely sure how... preview. Oh. What error is it getting then? Hold up. I actually do have to stop this. It's working, but not well enough. Okay, so... we're seeing here... Oh, I know why it's not working. Because I didn't set up the request correctly. That should be what it needs to work. Perfect. That responded with the 200. It doesn't respond anything, but it doesn't need to, because as long as this is going, it should now continuously, every 10 seconds, send out another heartbeat. And every time it does that, the main event stream resets how long it's going to take to disconnect for 20 seconds after that. So we have a whole 10 seconds of potential ping delay request time stuff that can be used to make sure that this connection will stay live. Wow. That took me 1 hour and 47 minutes to get all of this up and running from the ground. Wow. Okay. Mind you, no actual data is being sent here, but if we go... I don't know why all this is popping in above the main... Oh, it's because I'm sorting by name, not time. There we go. What? Oh. It's not how I wanted to sort it by time either. I wanted to sort it by time like this. Alright. So yeah, this is the first one, and apparently that happened before. Whatever. Obviously, the event stream doesn't have anything coming through it right now, but the quest is still in progress. Perfection, though. What the heck do I want to do next? Because I just got something very basic going, and mind you, none of the game is actually prepared or set up yet. So I am not entirely sure what I want to do next. So the basics with the game is what we're going to need is probably going to need a couple pages, which are going to be like just generally the players and their inventories, and for I guess the host, which I guess would be me, I need to be able to also edit stuff. I need like a page for rules. And thing is, with some of these pages, I'm thinking of just doing them in like raw. The only thing that I think I actually really need the processing stuff for. Actually, we could all put. Oh, this could actually. Now that I'm thinking of it, this could all be on the same web page. All the processing stuff is just for rendering stuff. Is just for rendering the actual game board, which I think I'm actually going to get into doing that stuff now. Also, have it automatically connect to the event stream because close that. Look at how long that request is. I think the heartbeats are going to continue, though. They're going to start receiving 404s now. Wait, will they? No, they won't, because the server still thinks the request is going. Okay. So... BID equals 0. That should stop it. Anyhow. Yeah, I guess setup, something that we have to do is set up the event stream. We actually have to call setup event stream from setup. Pretty simple. But the next thing we have to do is, hopefully this is, yeah, okay, cool. It's on the second monitor there. We have to get this. Boop. This will actually create the processing environment itself. Which I know is a weird thing to have to actually need to get created here, but it is. And then I'm going to background 0. Pressing play would just load up this page in a web browser, but considering... I mean, but that wouldn't work because that doesn't have the back end attached. I gotta actually go... I actually don't care about what requests are going to the back end right now anyway, because I'm not doing anything functional. But now, black screen for the most part. I'm not actually going to keep it like this. That was just an example of really what to do. Actually, let me just make sure that's actually doing the main event stream in Heartbeat. It is. Good. Okay. Alright, so that's going to be where the game board is, and I don't know exactly what I'm going to do now. A lot of stuff does rely on inter-server client communication, which just kind of is weird. So let me think. This is not going to be particularly well. Okay, what I think we're going to have is we're going to have on the server here. So we're going to need a new class. We're going to call this like game state. Sure, game state. And this is going to actually contain the entire game board, I guess. Yeah, this will contain like all the game board information stuff. It's going to contain a static array list of game components. Obviously, game components do not exist. Oh. Or Alt-Enter, that's what. So we're going to need to create a new class, yes, called game components, which should quell your, which should quell your desire for revenge. This is going to broadly be abstract, though, because we're actually going to do some proper data stuff on the, this is just going to be a basic thing. And this is basically just going to define a abstract string toString. We're going to force everything to define toString. Wait, does it not allow me to do that? Ah, damn it. Okay, well, they're all going to have a toString. But more importantly, we're going to have X and Y. More importantly, they're going to have an X and Y position. Actually, we're going to make these floats, basically representing as percentage distance across the screen, I guess. Yeah, so game state is basically mostly just this array list, which is going to hold the game components. Which is going to be a lot of structures. So we're going to have, so for instance, we're going to have this next one, which is a game rect or game rectangle extends game components. That's a really bad name for a class. Oh well. Public. Why not? Okay, so public flow X and Y. So it has the X and Y. So what we're going to do... Oh, that's what I need. That's what this needs. It's going to need public send data. I guess print, we're going to call this. Why not? Oh. Public abstract. Public abstract send data print. Why not? Why not? So we're going to have to go over here. Implement method. So this is going to be like a single object which is going to contain more further JSON, I guess. So, but this is going to, so we obviously have the X and Y, but we're also going to add in another bit here. Oh, well, okay, whatever. I'm realizing how complex this is getting because I can't send stuff. Well, anyhow. Well, more parsing is gonna have to be done. That's all. So now we're gonna have to have, I guess, an int representing color. Float dx and dy. And that's it. That is all I will need out of this. Of course, we're going to need to actually make a constructor for this stuff. So float x, comma, float y, comma, float dx. And then we're going to color, and this will end up setting all that stuff. But I want to just get this set for now because we're going to turn new send data. We're just going to have the actual name be rect, but the data is going to be weird and interesting. So it's going to be an entirely stringified JSON object, which is going to be weird. We're actually going to have slashes in front of all that. Whatever. But anyhow, this should theoretically be fine. So, actually, maybe I should modify send data so that it actually has logic. Okay, well, okay. Checked. We'll just create another one of these with Boolean objected. This objected equals objected. Boom. But anyhow, so if objected, then we're going to do a slightly different thing. It's going to be almost the same, except we're not going to enclose data in quotes in that situation. We're going to just let data be fine, and then the data, because the data knows what it's doing in this situation, it's going to be another just basically raw JSON object. That way I have to do less work on the client. All right. So now this is just going to be bare, actually, comma, true. There we go. So we're going to have, ooh, didn't mean to do that. X colon come y colon y, and then you get the idea, dx, dy, blah, 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 blah. Comma, space, I'll put a space after that. This looks like a mess, to be fair. Dx. Oh, should this thing have a number sent along with it? You know what? We'll just send all the board information all at once. Wait, should I? Now I have to think. How do I want to do this? Should I send the entirety of the board information at once to the client every time it's necessary to update it? Yeah, probably. Probably should do that. I guess I'll do that. Oh, wait. Okay. I've seen a potential issue. So we can only, because we're using JSON here and whatnot to set stuff, we can only actually have one object named a specific thing in each object, in each JSON object that is sent. So what we may actually have to do... Okay, so this is going to be really annoying. I don't know how I'm going to actually end up managing this. Well, anyhow, I'm just going to get the data prepared to send here, and then I'll probably mangle it somewhere else. I'll probably have this as set as part of like a board. Actually, okay, you know what? I'm not going to do this as send data. I think the modification I made to send data is probably going to be fine, but I don't need that right here. Okay. So, we're gonna get rid of that. Right. We're gonna switch that to be a string. Woo! Okay. So, x, y... dx colon plus dx comma dy du no dy dy du, it still says u, god damn it. Y, there we go. Or dy plus comma or comma space color color, there we go. Alright, so this dot x equals x, this dot y equals y, this dot dx equals dx, this dot dy equals dy. Alright. This dot color equals color. And whether these things are probably just going to be public and completely changeable at any point. Alright, so this is just going to effectively return the JSON object that represents this. We will then go here. Oh. Dang it. Okay. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna say... gonna add more here. Comma, space. Type. Colon. Rect. There we go. That's what it's gonna do. Okay. Boop, 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 boop. Alright, so we're gonna have... not there. Static. Send data. Let's see. Get... not stage. Get compone. Get components. Which is, so first thing we're going to do, we're going to need to basically put all the components into effectively an array of JSON objects that we can then send. So we're going to need to have a string R, which is going to have that. Then we're going to go for game components G in components. We're going to have R plus equals or g.print plus a comma. Then we're going to have r equals r dot substring 0 comma r dot length -1 to get rid of that last little comma there. And then r plus equals the, then we append the closing bracket there, and then return new send data components comma r comma true, because that's going to be a JSON array object, which is just a JavaScript array. And then we'll just be able to loop through that, assigning all the objects. Actually, not even that. We'll just be able to save that array into whatever the board buffer is. And then we'll just render that. Well, then we'll just loop, in the draw function, we just loop through that array, rendering each and every individual object correctly in that array. Okay, this is much better. Much better. Okay, now it's going to say use string buffer. Or string builder even. Anyway. So we do that. Oh, so this is game state. So we're gonna, here we're going to, along with send the idea, we're also going to, by default, send a new, so game state dot, it's not a method, get components. Why is wrong here? Oh, is it relying on the... Oh. What? Is it relying on the compiled version? Okay, it is recognizing that there's a problem here. What is the problem? Oh. That is indeed why. I'm not trying to create an object there. That's weird. Why was I doing that? Alright. Where's this one related problem? I think that's what I just solved. Alright, so this should send... Okay, so let's go in here. No, here. Let's lay... This is going to be where we're going to lay out the initial board then. So, static. We're going to have components dot add a new... Just say... Ooh. Game rect. Let's see, 0.1, oh, that's not what I want, 0.1, 0.1, 0.1, 0.1, 0x, ff, that should just be white. What? Oh, double. God. What? Oh. I forget. Yeah, Java defaults to doubles most of the time. We need to go here. It's not. There's not really reason why we need to be concerned. It's going to be stringified anyway. And okay. So this should just, by default, add a single component, and then we'll work on rendering this next. And after I get this component rendered, I'm just going to, for now, end the stream there, because it is over 2 hours now. I didn't know what I was expecting to get done, but I don't know, at least we got something done. Alright, let's make sure there's no build errors. There shouldn't be. Should be a lot more classes here now that didn't exist before. Alright. Got all the classes updated. Go for version 1.1 here. 1.1, 1.1, whatever. Now to the front end. Oh, the glorious front end stuff. So actually, we need to, okay, so game state here, we'll send it under components. So we're going to have, so let board components equal a blank array. And then say if content of I is equal to components. No idea what's going on in the console. Then what we're going to do is we're going to say data dot components should at this point be the array of objects effectively. So we should just be able to assign that like that, and then console.log, and for now we're just going to print out the resulting array just to make sure everything has gone correctly. So we'll go front end here. I will actually take this over to my second one. Ooh, look at all this stuff that's been going on, all the requesting that's been going on while we've been messing around with this stuff. Okay, refresh this. Oh, didn't make it render. Okay. Ooh. Okay, we got an error here. Unexpected token plus ..nents plus data is not valid JSON. What? Look. Oh, JSON.parse is where it got that. Line 18 here. Okay, wait, what? What? Components data plus what the hell? Okay, game, what or not game. Backend. What the heck are you sending here? Why are there pluses? And then just the word data. Huh? There's no brackets, like, literally at all. There's pluses, which I don't quite understand. I am so confused. Stop, just did some stuff in the console later, stop doing stuff. Why the hell did it just send plus data plus for components? There's not even a bracket. Like, I can go over here. It didn't do any of this. Yeah, so it's component g.print, yeah. This is a back-end issue, not a front-end issue. And I'm now very confused as to what the hell happened. Did it actually send is that actually what it was supposed to be sending there? Oh, wait, hang on. I may know where the issue is. Aha! Yeah, well, actually, we don't need anything at the end there. That was the issue. Whoops. Wasn't anything to do with here. It's because I screwed up that. I screwed up the data structures, guys. Oh no. Data structures are broken, guys. They're completely broken or something. I don't know. Alright. Build this once again. Simple changes. Get the thing here to reload. Alright. We should go over to the console here, make sure it reloaded. Looks like it reloaded. Ooh. What's this it's saying? Oh, one time it tried to reload while it was in the middle of or I guess while the thing was looping, which makes sense. So it's very likely you created a memory leak. No, it's actually completely intentional. You can control the time allowed for a request to finish. I actually don't want to do that. Oh, okay. And then it actually printed out the stack trace where it was holding in the sleep method and got interrupted, I guess. Or did it? I'm not entirely sure. I just printed out the stack trace of the thread. Anyhow, I never changed what the whole thing visually looked like. Anyhow, reload. Alright. Alright. So, printed out an array of a singular object, but this looks good. So, element 0 is color -1, which is that correct? Huh, I don't know if that's correct. We'll see. So type rect, and then it's an object, which is great. Alright, time to actually do stuff with this and have it rendered. So, first things first, background is actually going to be white, not black. Then what we're going to do is we're going to go for what I equals 0. I equals 0. I is less than the length let. So then we say board components of I. So let type equal board dot type. If type equals rect, we are going to say stroke 0, stroke weight 3. That is stroke weight. Okay, stroke weight 3. Then we're gonna have to say fill is board components of I dot color, and then finally we're going to do rect of the x multiplied by width dot y times height dx times width dy. That was weird. Oh no, okay, well, dot dy times height. Alright, and then that should be the entire, and then continue, as there's no need to check anything else. That should be the entire rendering process for a singular rectangle, or for a singular rect type finished. Which, to be fair, is actually just going to be a large part of the game board. Mind you, I haven't rendered any actual users, avatars, or any users. I mean, yes, technically, I guess users is correct. Alright. Refresh. We have a box. I think it's technically correct, so board components of 0 dot color, which is currently equal to -1, which I think is correct. See if I set it to that. Oh, cool, it'll go white. 0x oh, hashtag ff0000. Oh. Well, I don't know what the heck this is. How do I... Oh, that is valid. Okay. Interesting. I don't know how the colors actually work in P5JS, to be fair, if the same kind of tricks that work in normal processing work. So if I say like negative there, that is completely black. That is still completely white. I don't know if a single value will only ever just be a singular color. I may have to actually split it into the red, green, and blue channels. I'm mostly just playing around with the values right now. But I don't think much is going to work right now, to be fair. But yeah, theoretically, I'm just going to set the color to 255 for now, because making stuff white is going to be much easier to make sure things work. Oh, until I can figure out that our color needs to be RGB. Like, ugh. Anyhow, of course, these are going to look weird on like a phone screen because it's going to be a different aspect ratio, but they should be at proportionally the right position. So like 0.6, 0.3. Unfortunately, this is a very hard-coded thing because I currently don't have any way to dynamically add stuff right now. I have to first build the code. I then have to move the classes back into the correct directory where they're actually going to use. I then gotta do that to reload it. I can then go back to the web page here and wait for it to actually complain to me that, oh hey, we hadn't finished processing your request yet, but we still reloaded you. And oh, the main event stream hasn't cut out yet. What? Let's reload. Oh. Oh, the thing didn't... Okay, the web server hadn't actually reloaded at the time. Oh, okay, it got the connection error. 404 not found, that is correct. What? Oh, there it is! Okay, it finally reconnected and refreshed, and we now have a second object on the screen, which is dictated by the server, and theoretically could update this stuff in real time. But I haven't gotten that far yet. Although I haven't gotten far yet, I'll probably get there myself over the week. Especially if we don't have Coolcraft or anything. But hey, that is the end of this live stream. I'm gonna say thank you all for watching. If you watched any point, I hope you enjoyed. Please make sure to leave a like on the stream on your way out and subscribe. I have 40 subscribers. That's a lot. So you don't miss future live streams like this one. Also ring the bell if you subscribe so you'll be notified of future live streams like this one. I feel like I had to... Oh yeah. Play My Game, which I released an update to literally today before the stream, which is also linked in the description, and I see you all in the next live stream video thing. It'll probably be a video, honestly, because I'm not live streaming on Friday.